What's up guys, Ben here with Just Paddles. Now today we're going to talk about how to regrip your pickleball paddle. And before you get started, you're going to need three things. You obviously need your grip, and then you need a pair of scissors in case you need to cut your grip, in case it's a little bit too long. Pickleball hack is to have these in your pickleball bag. Take them to the courts in case you need to regrip your paddle at the courts. You definitely need these with you. And then lastly, some electrical tape. Now there is finishing tape on most grips, but it's nice to have this just in case that gets tangled, ripped, or whatever. Another good thing to have in your bag when you're at a tournament or even just a match. So the next thing you're going to want to do is recognize whether you have an overgrip or a replacement grip. So this is a replacement grip. It goes directly on the handle. It's a little bit thicker, it's cushioned, and it's more durable. So if you don't like to change your grip often, or you like your handle a little bit thinner, a replacement grip is something that you're going to want to go to. Now I have an overgrip here. This is great for someone who sweats a lot and changes their grip often. And another good thing about an overgrip is it does build your handle up a little bit. So if you like a little bit of a beefier handle, use an overgrip and you can get a little bit extra size from your handle. So if you get in close here, what you'll see is there's plastic on each side of these that you're gonna obviously want to take that off. And then you'll see this little tiny piece of plastic here. And once we remove that, it's basically like a little piece of tape that's in there. And that's what's gonna start your grip. So you take that little tiny sticky part, and that's the nice thing about doing an overgrip is you can see the replacement grip and where it goes. So super important to overlap this grip just a tiny little bit. The last thing we want to do is to have the replacement grip showing, or even worse, have the actual handle of the paddle showing. That's really uncomfortable, and it's going to kind of mess with you as you're playing. So you'll want to overlap that just a tiny little bit, so it hangs over, so that now when you use it, it's gonna be really comfortable. And as you can see, you just kind of follow the path of the grip that's already on there. The one thing you don't wanna do is pull it super tight. You're gonna stretch it out and you're gonna kind of ruin the grip. So just give it a tiny little bit of tension. And super important to do is overlap consistently. As you can see, I'm overlapping the grip the same way every single time, and that gives you a nice consistent feel throughout the paddle. If you overlap a lot once and a little another time, you're gonna have an inconsistent feel. The more you overlap, you're gonna get ridges in the paddle. So if you like that, overlap a lot. If you like a flat kind of feeling, you're gonna wanna overlap a little, but just consistency is really the key here. So as you continue to follow that path of the paddle, this is what typically happens with overgrips, is you are gonna have a little bit of extra here. And this is where you don't want to just continue to wrap and have it be super thick on the top. You can do that, it's not going to affect play or anything. This is where your scissors come into play. So what you want to do is cut from the top down. Okay, so from the top of the paddle down at about a 45-degree angle. So once we cut this here, that allows the paddle to now finish perfectly right at the end of that grip, okay? And that's where your electrical tape or your finishing tape comes in handy. We're just gonna now wrap this around that handle. And then we cut it, right? You can go around once, maybe twice. You don't really need to keep a ton of tape on that grip, but it's not going anywhere now. So now I have a brand new grip, brand new paddle, what it feels like, and now if I lose, I can't blame it on my grip.